Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we go ahead, a sincere request to everyone. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, do subscribe. You can see the subscribe button right down there, and also hit the bell icon so that you will be able to get the alerts for my new videos. Today I'm going to start with the new playlist, that is placement interview questions on C programming. I'm RVD and welcome to this new playlist. See, in this, you will not only be learning the placement interview questions on C programming, but you will also be learning a lot of basic concepts which will be helpful for all of you to clear your fundamentals about C programming. Fine, so starting with the first question, today we will be having the question 1 as what are the different programming language labels we have. So what are the different labels of programming languages? Fine, so before we actually start with C programming, we obviously should understand some basic fundamentals. That is, what are the programming language labels we have and how exactly they are being categorized, where exactly we put C programming in these particular labels, and so on. Fine, so starting with the labels of programming languages. If at all you see in the descending order of the human readability, then the first one that we can put is high level programming language or high level language, HLL. Then we have middle level language, and then we have low level language. Right, so let us try to understand about each one of them. Starting with the high level language, as the name suggests, it is obviously the language which is considered to be high level and most human readable. That is, it will rather contain the instructions in English-like language, which will be easy for humans to read and to understand. And that's the reason you would see this particular language becomes very easy for your programmers to think, to develop the logic. Okay, so the development of a lot of bigger systems are always done by the programmers or by the developers in high level language itself. Okay, the only thing is that machine cannot read the high level language. So we do require translation, because these language, the program written in high language cannot be directly executed. It has to be translated into machine language. As we'll see ahead, we obviously require the translation from high level language to low level language. The typical examples of high level languages are almost most of the programming languages. Maybe some examples would be like C, C++, and Java. Now moving ahead to the next one, that is middle level language. Now this actually acts as a bridge between high level language and low level language. See, this is also called as assembly language. See, we obviously have to convert high level to low level for the execution, as just now we have said. So the intermediate form the particular language will take is a middle level language. So we can say that high level language instructions are translated into assembly language before they're getting translated to machine language, okay, or low level language. Now this particular language will be machine dependent. So depending on the type of machine, we may have different versions of middle level language or assembly language, because each machine rather can have different instruction set, and depending on the opcodes or the mnemonics that which are being used may change from one particular type of machine to other. Okay, so assemblers are generally used for translating the assembly language into machine language or low level language, which obviously can be executed further. So as I said, middle level language acts as the intermediator between the high level language and low level language. Now moving ahead to the third one, that is low level language. The low level language is very popularly called as machine language. Machine can understand in the form of the charge, the presence of charge or the absence of charge, and this is the most suitable way we can represent our program to the machine. Fine, so this is the language which is understood by your computer or by the machine. Okay, now how exactly this particular language will be represented? We can say low level language or machine language is comprised of series of binary patterns, okay, like 01, 01, 01 and all, which would be used to represent the different instructions or different operations that your computer has to execute. So for example, if I want to do add operation, I'll have some opcode which will be represented in binary pattern. I'll have subtract operation, I'll have store operation, print operation. All these operations will be represented with the form of binary patterns in this particular language. Now, because it is already in zeros and ones, it will be directly executable. So low level language, it is possible to execute it directly. We do not need any translation for this particular language. Okay, so if at all you've understood so far, we have seen three different levels of languages. High level language, which is close to human beings, human readable, then intermediate language, which is middle level language, and the one which is very close to machine is machine language. Obviously, the existence of all these three are quite significant because humans cannot do direct programs in machine language. It'll be very difficult for them to remember all those binary codes and code it accordingly. So for their comfort, we have high level language. Similarly, your machines cannot understand the high level language because they can only understand the particular form of binary, that is zeros and ones, and hence machine language is more suitable for machines to execute. And to bridge a gap between the two, we have the intermediate or middle level language. Fine. If you have seen the C programming which we are going to see or we are going to learn in this course is being kept in high level language. Obviously, because it gives you a most human readable form of doing the programming. Along with that, C also contains certain operators like bitwise operators or bitwise shift operators, as we'll see ahead, which allows you to work with the bit patterns as well. So along with the high level language, C we can say has a slight flavor of working as a low level language as well. Fine, so that was about the different levels of programming languages. Fine, so that's it for this particular video. We would be having many more concepts being covered, being learned in the further videos to come. So hope to see you there. That's it for this one. Thank you and happy learning.